Okay, comfortable. If anybody needs some blanket under their back, so they can use some props, some blanket. So first thing first for today's class. As I mentioned already, that today's class for advanced people. Advanced means not that manner. We are going some scorpion so nicely and walk on scorpion. Advanced meaning we are doing some advanced posture, but which way we are using our mind in advanced way. So don't think advanced mean that we are doing some back bend and only back bend there and only balancing there. Yes, for sure we can do that. And as I did in my past. But same time advanced means cue, posture, our practice with our intelligence, with our mind. Like our body, if we are not able to listen our body, and we are doing some posture like a child, without using their breath, without using their mind. So there is no difference between our body and that child body. And as you know, the children's body is more flexible than us. So here we are changing our body. If somebody is still open their mic, so please off their mic. So this is the discipline of your own way. Which way you are following the yoga and which way you are following the discipline. If you are only for here asana, so please make your own understanding. So next time very difficult to teach. Discipline means how you are learning from. So I was talking about the body. So our body is solid already. So intelligence way how we are moving from solid to liquid our body. From solid to liquid. Solid means in the sense stiffness of our mind and stiffness of our body there. So we are changing from the solidness to liquid. So here in this practice, we are going from solid to liquid, like flow way, how we are understanding our own way. Why? Like how many times we are doing triangle pose, how many times we are sitting this way, but within few minutes, within maybe 1 hour or half an hour maximum. If somebody say, okay, 5 hours sitting this position is very difficult, it means our mind is not proper there. So asana doesn't mean that we are advanced. Mean that's why I said advanced mean that people practicing from few years. So it means they able to understand form of yoga. What is the terms of yoga? They are able to understand. If somebody is just new, beginner, so very difficult to understand those people because they think only the level of yoga in the asana there. Like I am doing some flexibility, I am doing some back bend. Okay, I done my yoga and finish. For sure, we are growing our immunity system, we are growing our breath system, we are growing our intelligence system, but it's going to like a bridge, how we are crossing the river or somewhere from one side to other side. So here we are through our own intelligence, through our own body, from one direction to other direction. So it means we need space in our body for that change. How the liquid is flowing, like a water form of water, how it's flowing. It's any shape, can change any kind of shape. If the solid is there, like a stone, how to move? It's very difficult. So if our body like a liquid, like a flow of water, anywhere, it's very possible to move on that way. So it means we are creating some space in our mind and in our body as well, from solid to liquid. So it means practitioner, they know those things. Practitioner, they earn those things from their own practice, not from some teacher. Teacher only teach there, but from the teacher, what you are learning. So that is Anup way. But what is your own way? That's your own. I am just going to teach something, but your learning process until that is not complete whenever you learn from those things from your own way. So you have to find your own way whenever we are stable in some posture. So you have to find how the energy you are creating, how the space, how the change is there, how you are creating those space. If there is no space, so how the change possible? If your body has space, so change is possible. If already stiffness there, so change is not possible. So that is the purpose of class. Just wait, there are a few people more. So sit comfortable and close your eyes for a few breaths. Just release your hips, your butt, proper. Connect with the ground. Just feel your side hips towards your armpit, how your lengthen, how your awareness from that manner from side hips to feel your armpit region. Just feel your sternum moving upside, stop your belly. Relax your shoulder, move the shoulder down. Palm resting on your knee, right to right, left to left. Breathe in and out. Inhale, then exhale proper. Longer and deep breathe. Chant 3 times Om in your mind. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Let yourself. Now gently open your eyes. Breathe in and out. And here, open your eyes. Here, I was talking about a simple code. That's why I said few people after this very difficult to admit those. So as I talk simple cross line. So what is the simple cross line? Here, I find many people in my last few experience in teacher training or overseas as well teach. So many times we just sit like this. We never aware for this our sitting position. But as you know, the sitting position is our main purpose to do because maybe you know about as you are practitioner, you know sure Ashtanga yoga. What's our path from asana to pranayama, from pranayama to pratidhara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. At least after the asana, our goal is to sit comfortable. But we never aware that. We very less. We never want to sit comfortable. We just sit like this. Many times I see many people, and what is the behavior of that? Like this. So this way to sit, which way you are sitting. But that's the how your glutes is behaving there, how your hips is moving forward like this. So how your spine is moving there. This is because I'm sitting here. Many people like this, they sit. I'm not saying that don't do some lotus posture or some do, but at least lotus posture means how you're creating the space. Even you are doing some half. So simple cross is simply here. And for if in your pranayama, like when we are doing some pranayama practice, so as you know, as I said, asana, the next way to pranayama. So pranayama, how if we are not sitting comfortable, how we are able to do pranayama? If we are difficult, that's why I always use the blanket. And I'm doing from 15 years of yoga, more than that. But still I'm using blanket. It doesn't mean that my body is not able. But it's mean I am feeling more stability when I'm using blanket. That doesn't matter that you are doing Ashtanga, Vinyasa or something else. At least our goal to do, sit comfortable, meditation, body. If you are not able to do meditative body, it means your asana, only you are working through your body every time, not from mind, not your mental state. So for this simple cross, we are relaxing our ankle. Other way, from here, which way? Here, and I am rolling this blanket like this, see? And between my shin here, see? between my both shins, the downside. It's more quite comfortable. Because why? What is the reason? Because whenever I am sitting like this, see, what is my inner groins? What is happening with my inner knees? What is happening with my inner arch? It's mean my outer leg is longer than my inner leg. So same manner when I am sitting like this way, it means already I am moving. I am making short my inner leg and I am sitting like this. So here my inner leg is shorter than my outer leg. My outer knee is longer than my inner knee. So it means uncomfort for me within few seconds, within few minutes, within half an hour, maybe within 1 hour. If you do, that's it. So it means whenever I'm using this blanket like this to stable, so I can use like this. So that's time I'm creating the space in my inner thigh, inner knees, and inner arch. Now I am sitting comfortable. It doesn't mean my knees is there. We don't want the knees moving down. We need at least from back to inner like this. So now release there and sit on Virasana. Sit comfortable. As you know how to do Virasana. The calf is moving outer from both sides. Move your calf outer and sit comfortable. Hips downward. Press your back feet and find your small toes and outer heel almost in the line. Knees apart, or we can go to knees closer. But here we are going to knees apart. So find your knees, find the calf outer, and feel your hips proper on the connect with the mat there. So press the ankles here. Press the toes here and check your how many toes on the floor, on the mat. Is it 5 or only 3 or 4? So check your back feet as well. We never use like this back feet reason. So use your each and every toes because these all the toes are valuable. Even the pinky toes is valuable for us every time. There are many awareness come through your small toes. Whenever you are stretching your leg in Paschimottanasana, in Janusirasana, what is the awareness when you move your pinky toes to back side and your inner arch is moved forward automatically. So sit comfortable here, to sit your back here. Breathe. Now inhale, raise your arms up. And while I'm raising my arms, so check hips. I have to check my hips. It's proper, it's there. Or I'm moving on my arms up and my hips is already lifting up. So what is the sense? There is no sense there. So move the hips downward and stretch the arms upward. Relax the shoulder to shoulder socket, moving downward and stretch your arm. Feel the gap between your upper arm and your neck. Externally rotate your upper arm. Find your eyes of the elbow facing each other, palm facing each other. Spread your finger. Lift your chest. Soft your belly. Breathe in and out. From here, interlock your finger. Palm facing forward. Move the shoulder back to the shoulder socket. Don't forget about your hips moving down. Lift your chest, lift your sternum up. Breathe. Inhale, raise your arms up. Move your triceps more in. Lift your chest. Thighs rolling in, press the back feet. Don't forget about your back feet. With inhale, gentle your head up. Look towards your finger. Breathe in and out. Exhale. Head down, neutral, chin parallel to the floor. Inhale one time, lift the chest and exhale. Twist your body to the right side. Twist your body to the right side. And while we are twisting that time, just check your left hip is proper on the mat or not. Because generally what the mistake we do, we always, when we are twisting one side, right side, we lift automatically our left hip. This is the nature. So move the left hips, move down. And more. With each exhale, twist your body to the right side. And find your left ear and center of the sternum in line. Breathe in and out. With the chest, move your upper arm behind your ear. Breathe in and out. Inhale, come to the neutral again. Exhale, left side. After a complete exhale, again, lift your chest. Move the shoulder blade down. Spread your armpit. The upper side of your armpit moving upside, the downside of your armpit moving downside. Yes. Spread your ribs. More and more open. Breathe in and out. Right hips move down. And inhale, come to the neutral again. Release your arm, palm facing forward. With exhale, gentle, palm on the floor. Spread your finger again, don't lift your hips. Keep pressing your feet and then stretch your arms forward. Hips moving down, each and every breath. And if you need, you can use some block under your forehead. Or if your body is allowing to you, you can just your forehead on the ground. But keep spreading your finger, keep moving through your arms forward, through your fingers forward. Keep moving your hips down, rolling the thighs in. Spread your each and every toes. Keep pressing your pinky toes as well. Spread your ribs. Stretch your sideways from both sides. Keep moving your hips down. Extend your spine. Move the shoulder back. Neck longer. Breathe in and out. Take your own breath. Is it jerky, breaking, or comfortable longer? Settle your breath. Rest your mind here. Keep pressing your back feet. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breath. Keep breathing. Now gentle with inhale, look front. Palm back. Exhale. Knees here. Palm and shoulder in the line. Knees and hips in line. Now gentle. Cross your leg from back side, one foot on other. And then gentle move your hips back here. Now, other action is here. We need one block. So at least we need one. If you have two, so you can use two as well. So here, what is the way? Come up, breathe in and out. So if you have two blocks, you can use this way. Either we can use one is this way. So first I'm showing you two way. How is there? So see, fingertips on the floor here. In the line of your shoulder. So 3.5 to 4, according your height, according your length. But just check your center body and blocks almost in the line. Now grab your big toes from both sides and check your outer edge of the feet, check your outer heels proper. Now, while you are outer edge pressing there, so that time feel your inner ankle region as well. Feel your inner ankle region. How's the behavior of your inner ankle region? While we are going to flowing down, so our ankle region also flowing down, or we are just pressing from outer edge to press down. So it means we are lifting as well our inner ankles, lifting up. So there is no chance to hurt our ankle region. So spread your toes more and more far. Toes in. Press the heels. Big toes. Here. Lift the chest. Bend your elbow, look front. Bend your elbow, look front. So we are not moving. I'm showing from here. See, generally, many times we do when we are going like this way and we are falling forward or we are going to backward. So check your heels and hips almost in the line. Not like backward or not forward. So it means just don't do your Prasarita Padmanasana. We have to check out which way we are doing. We are proper with our alignment or not. How our inner groins is moving there. Our inner groins moving downward. Our pelvic is separate, apart from each other. Inner knees spreading like an elastic from downside, from upside, like this way. Press your outer edge and gentle. Inhale, nose forward, and exhale. Your top of the head resting on the block. Move far your elbow, far from each other. Lift your hips, lift your sacrum, move up. Feel your hips moving up, flowing forward same time, towards your back, towards your spine. It's not like your hamstring is moving your hips downward. So we have to move through our hips to our hamstring, from our back thigh, moving up, not to downward. Inhale, again up. So if our body allowed to, we can use the head on the floor. Again with exhale, top of the head on the floor. Breathe in and out. And inhale, lift your chest up. Now again, 2 blocks here. To back side, just the back layer of your hips. Fingertips on the floor. Lift the chest. Now gentle your palm on the floor. Now what we are doing, we are moving our toes to back. Toes left to the left side, right to the right side. See, this manner. So it means our knees is almost in the line of our middle toes. So gentle. With inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, stretch your leg. And then gentle, where's your block, sit on your block there. Sit on your block, rolling your thighs here, which way we need. I'm not saying to rolling almost, because the many people, they're already rolling outer side, inner side, but because our body is different for everyone in this kind of posture. So see, again, we have to check our knees and our thigh toes, middle toes, almost in the line. Feel your front thighs facing to the sky, to the ceiling from both sides. And again, I'm talking again about your inner arch, and move your inner arch forward. So it's me how you are lengthening your inner leg, inner knees, inner arch region. So move groins towards your inner knees, from inner knees to inner arch. So it's lengthening from groins towards the inner arch. All the back, the leg from back side to front side, upside to downside is equally forming like this way. It's not from one side it's more open, one side is more. That's the way to alignment. That's the purpose to alignment your body. It's equally flowing from both sides, not tilting one side of your body. So again, if you need to roll in way, so we can roll in way, but main purpose is we need to groins and pelvic fall from each other. Now gentle, fingertips on the floor, lift your sternum. Now fingertips, your thumbs forward, forefinger back like this, from back side. We have to do from back side like this. So thumbs forward, forefinger to back. And press the fingers like this and lift the chest from this. 4, left to the left hips, right to the right hips. And lift the chest. Breathe in and out. Stretch your leg, move the inner arch more and more forward, toes towards you. Move your toes towards you. More and more. Each and every toes. I'm man aware, as I said before, use your small toes, pinky toes towards you. How much the possibility to suck that energy, to move your pinky toes towards you. Then you feel how the behavior of your leg. And now gentle, lift your body from finger front side. Now we need 1 block only, like this way. From this way to gentle, sit on the block. Breathe in and out. Lift the chest again. Breathe in and out. Lift the chest. Breathe in and out. Now gentle, stretch your arm forward. Walk front, but don't change your hips. Your hips is still moving downward. Breathe in and out. If you need 1 block, this way, or this way, anyway. And then gentle, first the fingertips, your forehead resting on the block.
Keep working on your inner arch region, inner groins region, inner groins moving towards your inner knees moving towards your inner arch. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breathe. Keep moving your hips down. Stretch your side waist. Stretch your arm.
Move the shoulder back, move the shoulder blade back. Breathe in and out. And if your body allow, you can just release your palm on the floor and you can use your forehead on the floor.
Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breathe. Keep working on your leg. Lift your kneecap more and more up. Leave the kneecap up. Active your leg, active your knees. Now gentle with inhale.
Come up. Breathe in and out. Come the fingertips here. And now, with exhale, gentle, release yourself. Bend your leg from here to here in Baddha Konasana. So, lift up. If you need, sit on some blanket or without. But again, I'm saying, don't move your hips downward. Lift your chest. Keep working to your back, your spine lifting up towards your top of the head region. So this is the way to our spine from here to here almost, and then lifting up this manner. So now, open the externally, rotate your thighs, your calf from both sides. And from here, if you think that again, the reason to when you are in classes or somewhere, you can feel that again, that how's the behavior, how's the check out your knees. If we are moving our knees here, you can check how the inner groins, how the pelvic from inner knees, the region, how the inner leg is working there from both sides. If one side, the other side, you can feel that. So what is the use of props? From the props, we are getting that energy, we are getting that intelligence. And then later on, we don't need because we caught. So now open the sole of the feet here. Keep moving your heels towards your perineum column. Thighs outer here. Open your sole of the feet. Pinky toes together. Spread your each and every toes. Lift the chest here. Sit comfortable. Lift the chest. Breathe in and out. Relax your shoulder. Relax your shoulder blade. Now with inhale again, lengthen your sternum. And now here, bend your elbow. And we are, through our elbow, we are pressing our inner knees region, this region. So press from both elbow. And keep moving, hips moving down, shoulder back, shoulder blade moving back. Lengthen your navels forward, move the shoulder back, lift your chest. And gentle with exhale. If you need block or without block.
Forehead on the floor. Again, as I mentioned before, just check out your breath. Breathe in and out. Move the shoulder more and more back from sideways. Move the hips down from both sides. Thighs rolling outer, externally, form of your thigh. Now gently stretch your arms forward, both sides. Breathe in and out. Again, forehead on the floor. Longer and deep breathe. Move the shoulder back. Back neck longer. Don't make short your back neck. Longer and deep breathe.
Gentle with inhale, look up. And from here, we are moving our right arm to the right side, left to the right side as well. And lengthen yourself to the right side. More and more, more and more. But keep working to your left hips, should be moving down. And feel your navels towards your right thigh region. And then you can go to more and more towards the right side. Move your body towards the right side. How much the possibility there? But keep working to your left hips moving down and work to your right side waist here, right ribs region. So right hips move down as well, and then lengthen your right side waist. Stretch your arms more and more. Walk through your arms more and more towards the right side. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breath. With inhale, gentle up. Come to the neutral. Now left side. And exhale again to the right, left side. Move more and more. Move your neighbors toward the left. And again, work to your left side waist. Keep working to your right hips region, moving down. Don't lift. More and more. Each and every breath, move your right hips down. Work. Longer and deep breathe. Twist your body towards the left side. And then gentle, come to the neutral. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale down. Breathe in and out. And here, the other way, I'm showing you. As I mentioned that we need one chair. I have this one home chair. So when we are doing this kind of posture, how we have to, so everybody please, if you have chair or stool, something. So how we have to use from here. So I'm here in my Baddha Konasana. So for more stability to do sole of the feet open, then I can stretch my arms like this way, inside way, outer side way. Then I can check my spine. I can check my side waist, how is working. I can check my ribs. I can check my navels. I can check my chest there. So if there is some chance to collapse your back, collapse your chest region, if you need more work through your respiration, through your circulation, so we can move the hips down, stretch the arms here. Even we can little backside here, from here. So see how the work, see how the work of side waist here. We not necessary every time to move down our head. It's work. We need to work to our thigh. We need to work to our hips because the Baddha Konasana, we need to work our this region, the intestine region, the kidneys regions. So this is the super exercise for kidneys. If somebody has uric acid and those kind of problems, like sciatica problem for hips region, the stiffness for hips and the glutes region. Somebody has a kidneys problem. So this is a nice exercise from here. See how we are resting our kidneys region, how we are resting our abdominal region, how we are resting our digestive system here. Stable body, breathe in and out. Now inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, breathe down. Now gentle. From here, come up. See, so here, yes, before the Uttanasana, we are going to simple Tadasana, as we said, Samasthiti. Samsthiti, balance of the body, equally balance of the body, Samsthiti, equal form of the balance of your body, not tilting one side, not pelvic one side is open, one side is not the chest is open, not the one shoulder is opening from cow pose and one shoulder is not opening for cow pose. It's been equally we are forming, we are stable, firmly on the ground, equally our body in alignment. So here, so the super way to check your back, check your body, check your trunk, how's your trunk? Whenever we are in Tadasana, in Samasthiti, we are like this. See, look my back. So whenever I'm here in normal way, so what is the intention? What is the work of my feet? How's the aware there? Only I'm working through my feet because teacher said, okay, sit on as we teach in our class as well. So simple way, teacher said, okay, we are just working stiffness in our leg and then we are like this, okay. And from inside, we are somewhere imbalance. Without balance, we are moving, checking our body one side and suddenly we open our eyes within few seconds in Samasthiti. If teachers say, okay, at least half an hour to do Samasthiti, it's very difficult to stay there. It's very difficult because of our mind stage, because of our body alignment, because our stability, how we are connected with the ground, how we are connected with the ground, how our body sucking the energy through the ground, how we are stable, how our four corner like a block, how the four corner like our inner, the feet region, outer heel, inner heel, like mount of the big toes, mount of the small toes, how they are connected from the fourth side. So how they are connected from there. So just for check yourself. As I mentioned already many times, we need the little space to our heels because we need our small toes, pinky toes, and our outer heel. Now, what is the main thing is here? Check out. Check your big toes. So what is the big toes here? When you check your big toes, so check that time, big toes region, how we are pressing this outer from big toes to down. So when we are doing this Samasthiti or Tadasana, so feel that outer edge, this edge, outer part of our big toe, this part, outer, not inner, outer. So when you are sit comfortable now again, and feel and press that outer side of your big toes. Press that. Press the outer. Spread your each and every toes, big toes together, and press the outer from both toes. Push down. And while you are pushing down, then feel that energy is going to your shin. It's going to your knees. It's going to your glutes, your pelvic girdle as well. It's your trunk as well. Feel that. Close your eyes. Palm facing forward, shoulder down. Soft your belly. Move the sacrum downward. Move the hips down. And keep pressing. I'm not saying lift the kneecap. It's automatically going to, naturally. Just keep pressing the outer big toes. Outer side of big toes. Keep pressing. Chin parallel to the floor. Close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Stay. Few breaths there. Use your intelligence. How you are behaving with your big toes. Move your hips down. Move your tailbone. Move your sacrum down. Soft your belly. Shoulder blade down. Inhale and exhale proper. Keep pressing your outer part of your big toes. Tongue and jaw settle inside. Eyebrow and eyelids settle. Feel your body stability from both sides equally. One side is your inhale, one side is your exhale. One side is your moon, one side is your sun. One side is your physical, one side is your mental. So feel your body from both sides as we need in our life. Equal. And then gentle, release yourself. Breathe in and out. Now, longer and deep breath. Here, feet apart. Open your feet. We need one strap first. Check that strap and move that strap, see, inside. Feet apart and settle that strap to your inner arch region. Here, in your inner arch region. And grab your strap like this way. See, like this way. Lift your chest, thighs rolling inward, knees facing forward. Lift the chest, move forward. Breathe in and out. Bend your elbow, move the hips forward. Inhale and exhale, lift your chest. Few breathe here. Bend your elbow, lift your chest. While you are bending elbow, open your chest. I'm not saying collapse your chest. Look front. Spread your each and every toes like how it worked before in our big toes. Outer side. Keep working there. Keep working in your big toes. Spread your each and every toes, lift your chest, feel your belly almost on your thigh, but keep working on your chest. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift the chest, look front. Now we need 1 or 2 block here. See, place the block quickly. This way. Place the block front of you. Middle. Breathe in and out. Lift your chest. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale again. Move your hips. How you are tilting your hips? Move forward. Move forward your hips. Liquidly, not solid way. Liquid way. Move your hips forward. And place your top of the head. Like how we do. Again, use the strap. Grab your strap from both sides, feet apart, in hip distance and top of the head. On the block. Breathe in and out. Bend your elbow far from each other. Keep working. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breath. Longer and deep breath. Keep working. Don't forget the work to your big toes. Keep working there. Inhale and exhale proper. Longer and deep breath. Top of the head. Which part we generally use in headstand? So that part we are using. That part we are using. Top of the head. And if you allow, you can use only 1 block there for next inhale and exhale if you want. Again, you strap, catch your strap, inhale, then use the 1 block only there. Use the top of the head. Breathe in and out. Move the shoulder blade, moving up. Release your navel, moving forward. Hips moving forward. How the hips behavior. Move more forward. Suck that hamstring back of all the back of the leg region. Move forward towards your hips, and from your hips is moving like squeezing forward like this manner. More and more. Just move forward. Breathe in and out. And then gentle with inhale. Look front. Catch your hips and then exhale. Release yourself. Breathe in and out. Release your block. Breathe in and out. Now, the next thing, again, we need 1 chair. And this time we are going to chair on the chair. Even if you need blocks, so you can use the block. From here, we are just on the chair here. See? Come on your chair. And then from here, how we are feeling the hips is moving forward. So hips like flowing. You stay on chair, I'm showing you how to do. See, if you have some pen or something like that, see, from the pens, how you feel that pen or any like blanket. So feel that how you are squeezing, it cannot drop down because I'm feeling all the abdominal region towards my thigh. It's moving forward. And then I can catch the downside of my chair. Even I can use the block from the downside. See how my back is there, how my leg is there, lifting kneecap up, feet apart, hip distance. Move the hips more and more forward. See, even the pen is there. See how is squeezing there. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breath. Keep working. Longer and deep breath. Release your back neck. Spread your toes. Thighs rolling in, knees facing forward, sideways longer, more and more. So feel your moving front ribs move more and more forward, your back ribs move more and more backward. So feel that how much you are maintaining the gap between your whole the ribs from 12 ribs, how you are making separately those all the ribs there. Now gentle with inhale and exhale. Now we are bending our leg here. See, we are bending our leg, the arms inside of your knees. So our inner knees and our outer, the shoulder region, almost the armpit, the backside. From here, the outer shoulder, and we are squeezing. See my back, lift the chest. And even we can use the block or without block as well. Fingertips down. Lift the chest, long and long. Move the shoulder back. Elongation of your back neck here. Press the fingertip, lift the chest. Even you can use the block there. Lift the chest, stretch your arm, and keep pressing through your inner knees towards your inner, the triceps region, towards your outer side of your shoulder region. Squeezing this manner, move more and more in. Lift the chest. Sideways more and more longer. Don't lift your hips. Hips moving down, lift the chest. And this exercise is also help to you in your crane pose, Vakasana, in crow as well. Now gentle, release yourself. You can just come out from the chair. See the pen. Now chair one side. Now we are here for next. Feet apart, take one block, feet apart. See, first we are doing with blocks, the triangle. So what is the use of blocks from here? See, which way I'm using the block. My left leg is here. First, I'm using left leg because you guys are front of me. See, here, and then heels, where is my heels? Almost where the end of the block is. Not like this. It's from here. And again, check your middle toes and check your knees almost in the line. And now, generally what we mistake in this kind of posture, we less thinking about the center of our body. We generally wear like this. So we have to, when we are going to triangle, we have to just again check where is my middle of body. So I need my back leg little more back. Now, right foot in. Press the outer edge, almost the 45 degrees. Spread your toes. Again, work off your big toes. Don't forget that each and every time work off your big toes, outer region. As I said you before, outer side of your big toes. Keep pressing. The back side, outer edge, heels, keep pressing down. Lift the kneecap from both sides. And now, move the hips downward. Move the tailbone down and catch from the left hips. See here, this is the left hip. So for those people who are not learning their hips, they are doing from many, many years practicing. They said me, many times I face these kind of people. They said I'm practicing from like a 10 year, 20 year, but they never done in their life triangle pose in proper way. They think the triangle because in their mind they're already set up. Maybe from teacher, maybe from somewhere, maybe from some books. That triangle pose is very easy, it's very simple. So they work on scorpion very, very much. But they less work on triangle. So scorpion, how long you can hold that scorpion? Maximum 1 minute, 2 minutes. But triangle pose, you are at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you are able. You are doing meditation in triangle pose. Whenever you are stable. It doesn't mean that this is advanced for you that time. Because you are in mental awareness in your triangle. So see, so what is I'm doing with strap? You guys also can do same way. If you want to understand, so you can just look. So here, so I am using strap nicely, tighten. So now the strap is here. I'm just fixing the strap in my hip joint from both sides. See? So now, when I'm feeling this strap in my body, now, see, so how I'm feeling now, see, my left side waist, how it's working. I am not using my left wrist here and my triangle pose, and my teacher say, okay, do this way. And I am hanging myself. Unnecessary, I want to palm because I find in some of the picture that palm pressing, that is the proper time. Why? Unnecessary. It's not the method to do yoga. Here, grab your ankle. And what is the work of your this left arm? It's the working that you are pushing your heels down. You are spreading your toes. And same time, it gives you awareness to your left shoulder. See how my left side with left ribs region. It's all the wider there. Then I'm lifting my chest. I'm moving my right hips more and more. I'm moving my left hips more and more forward. Lifting my navels more and more up. Stretching my right arm. Keep pressing. Again, when you feel the right feet, you need gaps so you can space. Create the space. Press the heels. Lift the chest. Stretch. If you want to do, you can do this with a strap, and if you don't want, use without the strap. But lift the navels, move the left hips forward. Lift the chest, left chest more up. Stretch the right arm up. Breathe in and out. And when you allow your back neck longer, head down and lift your chest and look up towards your right thumb. Lift the chest up. Then again, bend your left leg now. Wrap your right arm, back side, catch your left thigh. And again, press the right heel, back feet, back heel, and stretch the front leg now. Lift the kneecap from both sides. And move the right shoulder back. Lengthen your both sideways. If your left shoulder is moving, so again, move the left shoulder only. Left sideways longer, left shoulder move back. Lift the chest, head up, back neck longer. So almost your left eye. You are looking your right big toe through your left eye. So that much move of your back neck as well. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release yourself. Now, move back to other way. Now again, check your feet. Move back your back leg. Check out again right heel and left inner arch. In line. Move your hips down. Again, move your hips down. Keep working your left hips moving backward. So every time when you work, so left hips, the back hips move backward towards the back heel. Again, catch the right hips and move back. Move back. Grab your right ankle. Stretch your left arm. Then gentle, back neck longer and look up. Lift your chest. Back neck longer first, then head up. Spread your each and every toes. Lift your kneecap, rolling the both thighs. Inner groins far from each other again. Pelvic far. Lift the chest. Move your right chest more and more up. Roll your right chest more and more up. Work on your navels as well. Lengthen the right side waist, gentle. Bend the right knee. Wrap your left arm. And catch your right thigh now. Move the left shoulder back. Head down first. And again, lift your chest. Move the left shoulder back. So awareness of your back neck, how the back neck is working there. Not like this. Back neck, not so. Bigger and lift up. Inhale, then exhale, come up. And again, I'm repeating. Same thing. That does not mean that we have to stay well every posture 5 minutes. We can stay well more than 5. We can stay well more than less than 5. But we need stability. We need dimension of breath. We need more and more longer breath. It's not like 5 breaths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not called breath. It's like count, like a second. So breathe means almost then you are more than your 5 seconds. Okay. Now see, again, if you have chair, so you can use the chair here. See how I am using from this side. If you have this way, so you can use like this. So from here, I'm showing you how the leg is working in this posture. Again, come to the triangle, see here. So this time from here, see how my arm is working here. So how my arm is working here. See how I'm working. See how I'm working. See, even if we are going to this side, so from this side as well we can do. See how my arms is going work. Left arm to left side. See my sideways. Lift the kneecap, lift the chest. Move the right wrist more up. Left wrist more work. Navels moving up. Sideways longer. And see, if we are working here, so generally, if we are stretching here, and then we need more stretch from both sides. So general, in like a half moon posture, we do from here to up. So we mix out this time. So even in half moon posture, we have to stretch the right arm first back in half moon posture, Ardha Chandrasana. So see, so when we are moving these arms back side, then we can work more in our downside of sideways. See, from both sides. Again, I'm going to from here side. Press the right heel, and left and right in line. Thighs rolling, move the left hip down. See again, I'm working, lift the chest, sideways, breathe in and out. Move the left hip more and more down. Lift the right chest more and more. And then inhale, come up. Half moon posture, as I talked you before the half moon posture. In half moon posture, what do we do? Like this, see, in here, which way we need the block, how we need the block. In this way, see, if I'm doing like this, see, I'm working to my left side this time, see. If quickly I hear, I mix out this way. So even when you are doing half moon posture, you have to move here. So then see the sideways working there. Okay, now feet apart. Breathe in and out. Catch your hips. Breathe in and out. Left feet in, right leg out. This time more wider, 4 feet. Exhale, bend the right knee. So your right shin hitting back towards your right hips. Your right knee over your right ankle. Thighs rolling outer from both sides. Keep pressing your back feet. Stretch your arm to the sideways. First more up and lift your chest. Lift your chest, relax your shoulder, lift your chest. Keep pressing your back feet. Breathe in and out. Then arm to the sideway. Longer and deeper. And exhale, release yourself. Right foot in, left leg out. Arm to the sideway with exhale, bend the left leg. Keep moving your right leg back. Again, the roll of both thighs equally. Pelvic far from each other, and then see your left front thigh is facing upside again. Keep pressing, lift the kneecap, stretch your arms up, relax the shoulder. And find your left thigh almost parallel to the floor. Left thigh parallel to the floor. Arm to the sideway. Rolling both thighs outer. Keep pressing your back feet. And inhale. Exhale, release. Bend your knees. One jump. Release yourself. Now, again we need the chair. Parigraha asana. Say, for Parigraha asana, what we need? Breathe in and out. So, if you need some blanket under your knees, if you feel the knees is little hurting there. But for me, then your knees will hurt when your trunk is not lifting that much. So if your trunk is lifting up, so there is less chance to hurt your knee. So trunk should be lift up. So otherwise, if your trunk is not that much lifting, all the pressure on your knee. So again, if you need, you can use the blanket and see here. Stretch your left leg. Stretch your left leg here in this manner. So right knee and right hips in the line. Now, if you need one strap, you can fix that strap on your feet. Here. Now we need side waist again, open. Feel your left hips here. Lengthen the left side waist as you work in triangle and side angle. Now we need left fingertips or left palm on the floor in the line of your left shoulder. If you need blocks, so that is also okay. If you don't want, so fingertips on the floor. And then move your left chest again, outward. So then, lift the chest, inhale, raise your right arm up. And with exhaling, if you are able to grab your big toes from here, or if you need to catch the strap and move the right shoulder moving back and keep pressing. So what is the work of your left arm? This left arm hitting your left knee region, and your left knee region is hitting to your left elbow. So they are hitting to action to reaction, hitting to each other. So left knee is hitting to your left elbow hit to your left inner knee region. Fingertips on the ground. Grab your strap from here and move your right shoulder back. Lift your chest. Catch strap nicely, move the right elbow back, lift the chest. And if you allow, you can look up. Otherwise, if you need, you can use the big toes, lift the chest up. Otherwise, you can use the strap there. More and more back. Your right chest, more and more back, left chest more and more up. Breathe in and out. Your right knee and right hips supposed to be in line. And then gentle with the inhale. Release yourself. Exhale. Relax. Then change the side again. Other side. Same way. If we need other side, same way. Even we can use from here. If you need the blanket. Otherwise, if you don't want, so you can. Again, fix the strap. See how to fix the strap like this, and then here. Stability in posture. Parigrasana, left hips and left knee in the line. Even you can use the back toe strap or back foot press down, like a Virasana hero pose. Stretch your right leg here. Again. Breathe in and out. Fix your left knee on the floor. Again here. Straight. Breathe in and out. Now, check your right hips. Roll the right thigh outer, right knee facing upside. Roll the right thigh outer because in this posture, it's automatically going to in. So we have to roll out. Left knee is rolling in, left thigh rolling in, right thigh rolling outer. Now again, right fingertips and get the energy from your fingertips towards your elbow, towards your right shoulder. And hit through your right knees to your right elbow here. Again, if you need to grab the strap, you can grab the strap here and move the left shoulder back again. And lift the right chest up. Lengthen the right side waist. Stretch your right leg. Don't forget to stretch your right leg. Move the right toes back towards you. Move the right inner arch forward. Breathe in and out like a stability of Tadasana, like Samasthiti. The leg, Tadasana leg we need. Breathe in and out. Lift the chest. If your head, your neck is proper way, you can look up. Breathe in and out. Stable. Now inhale, release. Relax yourself, comfortable yourself. Here one side, we are going to downward dog. After side waist, we need to back as well in downward dog. Toes stack. With exhale, lift your hips up. Press the heels, feet apart in hip distance. Lift the kneecap. Lift the sacrum moving up. Press the wrist bone. Spread your finger, middle finger pointing forward. Lift, tailbone moving up. Side waist. Lengthen, tricep moving in, upper arm external. Back knee longer, almost look to your bottom of the shin region. Spread your each and every toes, your small toes and outer heel in the line. Feel your inner leg as well, spread. Your collarbone, open the chest. Spread your armpit there. Fix your eyes of the elbow facing each other, forearm in externally, your upper arm. Press the wrist bone, from the wrist bone, get that energy towards your elbow, towards your shoulder. Keep pressing your heels, breathe in and out. Now gentle, with inhale, then exhale, knees on the floor. Now we need blocks here. Settle on the wall, this way. Like this way, we settle on the wall, blocks. And then we have to do again. So set your mat. And then which way? We have to, on the wall, like here, from here, when we are in wall. So our thumbs this way, forefinger like this. So when we are going to wall, so we are this manner. So we are pressing this way, like from here, from this way. So we have to use this region. Finger going to outside, thumbs to inside, from both arms. See, come to here, gentle, big toes together. First sit on, hip on your heels. Stretch your arms, move the shoulder back, forehead on the floor. When you are forehead on the floor, then again, check your hips proper, how much your hips is pressing to your heels. So feel that your hips contact with your heels and how much you have the ability to move your hips towards your heel. Then check your big toes, how they are connected with each other and how you are spreading each and every toes there. Keep moving, keep wider. Keep spreading your each and every toes there. Stretch your arms. With inhale, look front. Gentle. Come to tabletop. With exhale, toes tuck and stretch your leg here. Again, press the heels. Lift the kneecap and hit your shin bone more and more back. Hit your shin bone more and more back to the back side, not the forward. Hit your shin bones more and more. Lift your hips, lift your tailbone more and more up. Hit your quads as well, move. Lift the kneecap. Stretch your arms. Don't hunch your body like this. Lift. And keep spreading your shoulder blade far from each other. Your scapula is far from each other. And shifting, moving up your scapula. So your shoulder blade moving up and wider. And how you insert your shoulder blade into your body. So insert your shoulder blade into your body, not the externally. So not your out, your shoulder blade. Move in, shoulder blade entered in your body from back side to front side. The inhale, gentle, toe stack, and gentle. Stretch your arms, keep pressing your palm, lift your chest, keep pressing your back feet, and head up. Lift your sternum up. Eyes of the elbow facing forward this time. Contact your chest with the wall. Lift your navels up from backside, shoulder blade moving down. It's moving back, elbow moving back. And now gentle, exhaling. Here, what we are doing. See, now gentle your head on the floor. Your head, feet apart, hip distance. See, now your arms. First, arms upside from both sides. See, arms up, middle finger pointing up. Keep pressing your back feet. So if your back feet is not contact, you can spread some blanket under your back feet. So your back feet will be more aware there. Now stretch your arms, move the shoulder blade back, open your chest, spread your armpit. Now keep moving your head more and more down. More and more down. Keep moving your head down. And keep moving your arms up. Head down, arms up. Head down, arms up. External rotate your upper arm. Stretch your arms, don't lose your arm. Yes, active your elbow as well there. Keep moving through your fingers upside. At the same time, keep moving your down, your head. Equal form of breath, longer and deep. Don't make it short. Thighs rolling in, hips moving back, tailbone moving back towards the heel. Sternum moving forward, shoulder blade moving back, sideways longer. Stretch the arm. And then gentle, release yourself. Move down. Now again. Again, same way, the fingers, thumb, this time without block. Come to tabletop. And exhale, lift your hips up. Downward dog. Again, move your shin bone back, lift your hips up. So the work of your hips up and same time back, up and back, up and back. And exhale, knees on the floor. And gentle, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out, longer and deep. Now, we did one step. See how quickly. So in the step, what we are doing, from here, we are fixing the step. Almost I'm showing it from here. So fix the step this manner, from here to forward. See, and then one side of step is here. So almost this side, between your pelvic and your femur, this way, see. Other side of your step, here, other side of your step, one side is here, say, fix, and other side of your step is down, in your inner arch. From here, we need to tighten it. Tighten this. How much the possibility to move tight? See, how much the possibility to be tight? So when you are here, then check and press through your hips down. And from here, how we have to do? From here, we have to arms forward. Arms more and more forward. And again, the inner knees moving towards your armpit, outer shoulder. Arms forward, hit the chest. Keep pressing your heels. Breathe in and out. Stretch your arm, move the shoulder back. Navel's moving forward. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breathe. Now gentle. Inhale and exhale. Give yourself. Now, we are using the strap on our elbow. Use the strap on your elbow and maintain the line of your shoulder and your arms. Maintain the line of your shoulder and your arms. See, see here. Now fix the arms here, stretching. After this exercise, what we gain? We gain that our hips is moving, our hips is down, sideways longer. Now fix your knees on your armpit. This manner. Fix your knees on your armpit. Stretch your arms. Now gentle look front, lift the chest. Shoulder back, keep pressing your wrist on and gentle. Both legs lifting up. Stretch, if the possibility, then stretch your arms and big toes together from both sides. Move the shoulder blade back, lift the chest, look front. Keep lifting your hips up. Keep lifting your hips up. Lift the chest and then exhale down. One time more. Again, fix here. Fix the knees on your armpit, this manner. Lift the chest, inhale, and then exhale. Move the shoulder back, lift the chest. Move the shoulder blade back, lift the chest. Stand and move forward, engage your belly. Back neck longer, stable, gaze in eyes in one point. And exhale, release yourself. Then release, stretch. And then now we are using a chair here again. So this time what we are doing, we are moving our one leg. First I show you from left leg, see, from, because this is front of you. So now how we have to bend the front leg, like pigeon pose. Like pigeon pose, we have to bend the front leg and stretch the back leg. See how my back leg is stable there, how I am lifting my chest. So back leg should be, see how I am pressing through my back heels and how I'm using my left hip moving back. So left hip move back, left hip move back, lift the chest and stretch your arms up. Lift the chest, move the right hips forward. Stretch your back leg, rolling the back thigh more and more in. Keep working on your back shin bone. Keep working on your back quads. Rolling the front thigh outer, roll the back thigh inner. Sideways towards the armpit, lifting the chest. Either you can stable here or you can stretch the arms up. Or you can stable here. Breathe in and out, like the shoulder. From both sides. And exhale, release yourself. Change the leg. From left leg, again, settle your front leg. Again to pigeon way. Stretch your back leg again. Press the back feet. Roll the back thigh in. Move the back hips. Left hips moving down. Yes. And then lift the navel moving up. Armpit moving up like the shoulder. Shoulder blade moving down. So your back hip, the bending leg hips, the right hip, moving back side. So your both hips is square there. But keep working on your back shin backwards. Lift the chest, or you can stretch the arms here. And exhale, down. Release your leg. Relax yourself. So again, we are going to Samasthiti. Relax your body. Big toes together. Close your eyes for a few breaths. In and out. If you lost your breath somewhere, if you feel your breath is jerky somewhere, Now gentle, release yourself. One last exercise of chair. Then we are going to inversion. So here, sit comfortable. Vajrasana. For Vajrasana also we need the calf outer. So move your calf outer and settle your hips on your heel. Breathe in and out. Deep breath. Now, for here, we need to settle our chin. So settle our chin on the chair. If you need some blanket front, but be careful for your body. So use your awareness there, use your intelligence there, use your body there, use your mind there. How you are doing. Don't be hurt yourself like a beginner. So here, so I'm fixing my chin to front side, the edge, front edge of the chair like this. So I'm settling my chin like this. Yeah, this part of my chin, settle on the chair, any kind of chair or stool or some table. But be awareness, use some blanket and place your chin on the blanket like this. But work to your hips to moving down towards your hip, interlock your finger. So if you feel you need a little more space, you can a little more back. Lengthen your back, keep moving your hips moving down. Keep moving your hips moving down. See how I fix here? First I stretch here or here and then interlock and move forward my arm. So how I am moving my arms there, see? But keep pressing your hips down, knees apart, and keep working to your arms more and more forward. And push your chin to down, move the shoulder back, stretch your arm, lengthen your side, ribs, stretch your abdominal now. Feel all the muscles are toning there. Breathe, stretch your arm, keep pressing your palm, the bottom side of your palm, keep pressing. Breathe in and out. And then gentle with exhale. Down. Relax your neck, your head. Now, come up here. Sit on the chair here. Feet apart. Hip distance. Again, your ankles. See the knees in line. Now from here, little open the chest again. Lift the armpit through your thumbs. Lift the armpit here. Sideways, open the chest. The relaxing shoulder. So move the hips moving down towards the chair. Open the chest. And now move the fingers back. So see? Elbow in. Not your elbow like this way. Like in chair pose, like in wheel pose. What the people mostly they do mistake there. They move the elbow far outer. So move the elbow in. So see the line, not like this, your elbow. So see the line of your shoulder, the elbow moving in. Fix your feet again. Check your feet. Sin. So what is the work of your sin? Again, I'm saying you, move your sin back. So what is the work of your sin? Move back. It's flowing through your knees towards your hips. It's flowing back like this. So move back, elbow in, fingertips pressing there to wall. Stretch, relax, spread the toes, and then gentle. Lift your chest. Move back, head back. And keep working to your arms. Move your hips more and more forward. Thighs rolling in, lift the kneecap here. Either you can just the bend, little micro bend of your knees. So both is okay here, but is the board okay if you move your foot back and lift your kneecap? And then gentle head back. And then exhale. Release your hips down. Grab your ankle. Stretch your arms forward. Lengthen your back. Spread your finger. Move your hips down. One time more again. Arms back, fingertips. Move the elbow more in. External, rotate your upper arm. Move the shoulder down, fix your shoulder to your shoulder socket. Again, fix your chin, ankles, and knees in line. Then inhale, lift the chest. Exhaling, move the quads more and more. Lift the chest. With exhaling, move the external your shoulder. Head down. And gently, your hips down. And now this time, say, this is my leg, inner leg. I'm moving my shoulder inside and fix somewhere my arms from here and move my head down. So this is the more intention of my back. Somewhere I lost my lumbar. So this time I'm relaxing my lumbar. So this way, how we are doing, see? So it's going like this. See my back. See my spine. Move the shoulder back. See, move the hips down, rolling the thigh in. How the stable body. Move the shoulder blade backward. And then inhale. Exhale, release. So almost the work of chair is finished here. Now we are going to, the posture name is Pinch Mayurasana. So Pinch Mayurasana, we need 2 blocks. Again, fix here. So after that, first, before the preparation of Pinch Mayurasana, we have to do dolphin. So when our body is prepared for dolphin, when our legs are like lightness, so it's quite easier than unnecessary we lift. Otherwise, we, without any warm up, without any stability, we lift up. So it's quickly we feel tiredness. We cannot stay in Pinch Mayurasana. So Pinch Mayurasana for little warm up like dolphin and then stretching like Virasana hero pose. So here I'm fixing my elbow in the strap in my line of my shoulder, see? So now again, the thumbs, the 2 blocks, one on the other one, like 2 are here. So again, the work of 2 blocks like this, again, I'm showing you like this. See, look my thumbs this way and look my 4 fingers like this. So what is the work of my index finger and work of my thumb is there. So I'm grabbing the block through my index finger and thumb. They are squeezing towards the block. And when I'm squeezing to the block, then they are spacing to my shoulder here. So like this way, they are creating the space. And I have to use my upper arm and elbow to press there. So now we are checking. Press the forearm, move the shoulder back. With inhale, look front, and exhale, leg back. So while my leg is back, then I am going to stability, my toes moving inward and inward, moving, lifting upward. Press the forearm, press the elbow, lift the chest, look front. Thighs rolling in, lift the, move your hips more and more up. As you know now, move your inner legs more and more longer. So with the belt, with the strap, I'm moving my elbow more and more far. So a strap helping to me more stability, and strap giving me the awareness how far my elbow is the shoulder line or not. Look front.
lift the chest. Stretch your leg more and more. Move the hips up more and more. Stretch your leg, lift the hips, look front. And then gentle with exhale, leg down, and release yourself again. Stretch your arms like how we before. Hips moving down, head down. Now gentle, come up. See the same strap we are using for Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, for like a handstand. So this time, what we are doing, we are this region of our wrist. We are pressing the block through our wrist this way. So when we are doing the palm balance, the handstand, so our fingers should be towards our body like this way, not like forward. So we are going to little opposite way. This will be more stable to our wrist region, to our elbow, to our forearm, for our shoulder as well. To more stable your arms. So how we are? So again, fix your block, two block, and fix your armpit. See, fix your armpit, moving back for your armpit, spreading there. So what is the energy from your wrist to your armpit? So it's moving to the back side. So fix here. So it's like this way. Move back and press through your wrist to the block, squeezing there. Don't lose this manner. Spread the finger, pressing here, inhaling here, and exhaling to leg back. Stretch. Move more and more up to your leg and squeezing through your wrist to your block and spread your fingers there. Lift your hips more and more up, lift your tailbone more and more up. Feet apart, hip distance, rolling the thighs in. Lift your inner arch, moving up, toes pointing towards you. Keep work to your shoulder, moving back and up. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breathe. And then gentle with exhale, down. Stretch arms. Again, little relaxation in child pose. Stretch your arms again. Forehead down. Hold the shoulder back, longer your side waist. Then inhale, then exhale, come to up. Now here, to bridge pose, we need one block, lay down on the mat. Fix one block under your sacrum here. So if your shoulder is not supporting there, you are not feeling that much your shoulder, you need some blanket under your shoulder region from this way. So that will be more connectivity with your shoulder to your blanket. Rolling thigh in, shin bone back towards your hips, feel your hips proper way there. And from the down, you have to move to forward. Breathe in and out, ankles and shin and your knees in line there. and fix your arms from here to your down of the hips. Either you can interlock your finger to downward, stretch your arms, interlock your finger. Now gently inhale, raise your right leg up. Keep pressing your shoulder, keep pressing your upper arm downward. Roll the right thigh outer, keep moving your inner arch up. Exhale, right leg down. Inhale, left leg up. Breathe in and out. Roll the left thigh outer this time. Roll the right thigh inner. Exhale down. Now inhale, both legs up. Breathe in and out. Just feel, interlock your finger, or you can catch your hips and lift your both legs. Small toes moving towards you, thighs rolling in from both sides. Keep working to your shoulder, pressing down. And exhale, please bend your knees and look down. From here, you can stretch your leg. It's a possibility. You can stretch your leg there, this way. And again, interlock your finger, eyes rolling in, lift the chest here, and fix your block to your sacrum. Breathe in and out, lift the chest. Back neck longer, open the chest, lift the armpit here. Your navel's moving towards your chest region. So feel all the navel region, the navel side, outer of the navel region towards your chest. Move your hips forward, tailbone moving forward. Thighs inward, knees again facing forward. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep. And gentle. Bend your knees. And exhale. Your hips down. Now from here, see your right foot on your left, this way. And gentle, feel your left leg is moving like this way. It's moving back towards the left foot, towards the left side. So right knee down, left knee as well down from back side. Arm to the side way and lift the left side. Gentle twist and stretch your belly. Feel your navels moving towards the left side. Feel your left is moving downward. With open chest, with open shoulder. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale, release. Now left foot on your right. And again, right foot on the right side. Move towards the right side with bending leg. Right knee down. Left knee as well down from left side. Onto the side way, look to the right side now. Relax your shoulder. You can close your eyes, open. Breathe in and out. A gentle inhale, release yourself. Exhale,
Relax yourself. Now gentle, come up. Now, the last one. Fix the strap on your shoulder blade, the bottom side. Fix there and fix the strap to here, to your inner arch. And then gentle, fingertips back. And then stretch your leg to up, lift your chest, move, rolling back side your elbow, lift the sternum up, stretch your leg, move your small toes, moving back, lift the chest, eyes roll in, lift your kneecaps. So proper sitting way gaze in one point. Engage your belly now, breathe in and out. From both sides, if you are okay, you can catch the strap, move the shoulder down, lift the sternum up, like a floating boat. Raise your arms up. Raise your arms, lift the chest, stretch your back. Don't make any hump on your back, engage your belly. Your navels more and more inside. Thighs rolling in. Stretch your leg, don't bend your leg. Stretch your arm. Gentle, bend your elbow. Right to right, left elbow, left to the right elbow. Exhale, bend your leg and release yourself. Now, again, if you have the chair, the last one. So just for relaxation, bend your leg, feel your hips proper. So why we are using the chair? Because we need our lower back more resting in this way. So feel your lumbar more pressing down with the connection of ground. Now arm to the sideway, palm facing up. So close your eyes for a few breaths. This time I leave the headstand. So next time we will do the headstand, the variation of headstand. Just sort your belly now. Close your eyes. Just feel your hips moving downward more and more. Just feel the possibility to your buttock bones, sitting bones on the floor. Yes, more and more down your sitting bone on the floor. But same time be aware your lumbar on the floor. Palm facing outside from both sides. Relax your whole the body, your arms. Breathe in and out. Settle your tongue, your jaw. Without disturb your tongue. Just settle one side. Your eyebrow relaxing. Feel the corner of your eye is moving towards the ear, right to the right ear, left corner of your eyes towards the left ear. Feel that manner
So it means outer side of your eye is moving towards your respective ears. Settle your mind here without any tense, without any kind of stress. Just feel yourself and ask to your own self about your intelligence practice of yourself. How many times you jerk with your breath? How many times you feel comfortness? Now gentle release yourself. Now raise your right arm along the ground upside and turn your body to the right side with bending knees. Then press the left palm to the right, come to the sitting. Sit comfortable. On the blanket or on the mat on the floor. Breathe in and out with closing eyes. Palm on the shoulder. Now here we are going to closing three on. So inside your mind or outside, you can do that. Take 3 times on. Gentle. Raise your both arms up. Stretch your arms. Palm facing forward with exhale. Palm on the floor. Extend your back. You can open your eyes here. If you want to close, so you can close. Palm moving down, spreading finger. Thighs rolling outer, calf rolling outer. Forehead resting on the floor. Extend your back. Lengthen your spine. Move your hips down. Breathe in and out. Each and every nerves, each and every tissues. Breathe in and out. Longer and deep breathe. So inhale, raise your arms up and exhale, release yourself. So the practice of today is from solid to liquid ourselves. So many times or each and every time we need. Same way we can do the flow way, Ashtanga way, each and every, but same time we need. What is our purpose to do? How we are flowing our energy in our body, how we are flowing our awareness to our body. So when you create the space for your energy in your body, that space called actually prana. Prana doesn't mean that inhale and exhale, or Ida and Pingla and Susmana, that's it. It's not. Prana means when we are going to dimension and creating the space for our energy, that's called prana.
and there is no definition. There is no meaning actually in English. Like prana is prana always. There is not English meaning. Prana equal to not breathing. So it's mean the prana, how we create the prana when we find the change and we create the space for that change. If there is no space in our body, so how the change is possible? And whenever we find that change, so that change equal to Swadhyay in terms of yoga. And that Swadhyay called self-study in English. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means self-study. We are learning about our own self, not for other self. We are learning about our own self. So that's the change of our own self. So it means we are creating our Swadhyaya. We are creating the space for our own energy, for our own stamina, for our own physical, mental awareness, for our own aura, to create a circle, positivities, for our immunities, for our awareness. So thank you very much, all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Somewhere good night, somewhere good morning, good evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope it was lovely class. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Anupji. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. Sarina, say thank you. Sarina.
I'm not
Sarina. No, Sarina. Alina.
Thank you. I said thank you very much. I'm
you much.
crazy. You're the best. Really the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Who is this? I'm not sure. Few person I never see. They're only in poster. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Julia. Namaste.
Thank you, Anup. It was actually one of the classes that I felt like in Abhyarna in Rishikesh again, so thank you.
Exactly, like in yes.
Yeah, it was just like from the yoga teacher's training.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.